Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for the next several days. Let's see what's going on here. First off, we want to talk about traveling this week because this is the big travel week of the year for most folks, going coast to coast for Thanksgiving. So a lot of traveling right from the get-go, even this weekend starting out. So let's see how it's going to shape up. It looks like there's not going to be any major storms across the country, which is fortunate for travelers. But it looks like there will be some minor systems, and two of those will be affecting us here in New England. The first one will be exiting during tomorrow, but we'll still have some rain showers tomorrow. In some areas, a little bit of wet snow. Shouldn't amount to anything, nothing more than a coating to a brand new inch in a few areas of northern Massachusetts and southern New Hampshire out of that one. Then this one here is going to turn out to be somewhat more productive as it comes along and gathers some Atlantic moisture, and there's a little bit more upper level support with this one to become more productive and more energized. So therefore, we're going to be watching the system. There's no indication that it's going to turn into a major storm and slow down, but nevertheless, it is going to produce some accumulating snow in there. So then we go across the country and you see virtually nothing really happening. It's basically storm-free weather until we get to Wednesday. And on Wednesday, that storm moves in on the west coast from Oregon southward, especially into California. So badly needed rain coming into California out of this one into Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, and some locally heavy rains are possible. Hopefully that's not going to trigger some mudslides, especially in areas which have had those horrendous wildfires going on in California. Meantime, you probably noticed this cold front. That's the cold front right here, which was charging out of Canada and will be introducing some frigid air. As it is introduced on Wednesday evening, some flurries, snow showers, and snow squalls could break out, especially over the mountains. And then that frigid air is going to zip in here, rush in here with a vengeance, and is really going to be wildly cold here on Thursday. No question about that, and into Friday as well, with a moderation over the upcoming weekend. Looks like any storms developing coming up the coast. Looks like we have a shot as a bigger storm the beginning of the following week. In other words, after this upcoming weekend. So here you go. There's go the Thanksgiving extremes. It's been warm Thanksgiving. We had 71 for the warmest Thanksgiving in 1941. We had the coldest in terms of the lowest temperature, early morning low of 11 back in 1873. We've had wet Thanksgivings before, and we've had snowy ones too. The snowiest was back in 1989. It was over 4 inches of snow fell in Boston and more elsewhere. This time around, this Thanksgiving, I'm forecasting around 22 in Boston, give or take a little bit. Mid to upper 20s on the Cape, probably only in the upper teens off to the north and west of Boston, especially north central Massachusetts. It'll be bright, but it's going to be windy, 20 to 40 mile an hour west-northwest winds. The coldest Thanksgiving Boston has ever had, at least on records going back to about 1872, was on November 28, 1901. The high temperature was 24 degrees that day. The low was 14, so the low wasn't that low, but the high temperature was only 24. So it was mighty cold on that day. As far as the records go, Boston had a record low in 1879 of 9. Worcester was 11. We won't be down to those, although Worcester might be close to that. For the low high temperatures, the lowest high temperature ever recorded on November 22nd, 24 degrees back in 1880. So we're flirting with record low high temperatures coming up on Thursday. And Thursday morning it'll be down, starting out 15 in Boston, near 10 in the northern western suburbs, even some single numbers back in here. While on the Cape it'll be 15 to 20 degrees Thursday morning. But that's not the main story, because the wind is going to be blowing so hard it's going to create these wind chill temperatures. By 7 o'clock Thursday morning, it's going to feel like roughly a few notches below zero, feeling below zero at times. And in the afternoon, a slow recovery to a few degrees above zero. So it is mighty cold indeed. So that's your outlook for the whole Thanksgiving week. And it's going to be mighty cold in here on Friday as well, but not as cold and certainly not as windy as Thursday will be. Today, though, we'll be just watching the thickening cloud cover, sunshine becoming more filtered and dimmed. And then this evening, some light snow showers breaking out far northwest of Boston. Note the timestamp, it's always in the upper right corner of your screen. Light snow showers break out. Some rain showers break out as well, as the temperatures will be in the mid and upper 30s for the most part. So it's going to be a cold rain up in here that's going to be mostly in the form of some snow. And then tomorrow during the day, just some rain showers for the most part in most of this area. So I would say Tomorrow it's going to be warm over southeastern Massachusetts at midday. It's going to be in the lower 50s, while it's only upper 30s across southern New Hampshire. Quite a big contrast there. Then as we get that next low pressure center developing and affecting us tomorrow night into Tuesday, it's going to be starting as rain, but likely going over to snow near and northwest of the Mass Pike. And that may collapse even a little bit more during Tuesday afternoon down into the Boston area. So for traveling here for tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be a big issue for the Monday morning commute. And in the afternoon, it's just some rain showers, especially northern Mass. But it's late Monday night into Tuesdays, and we could have this strip of accumulating snow expanding closer to Boston. So a few inches can't be ruled out in here. So let's wrap it up. The 7-day forecast looks like this. Getting cloudier today, no precipitation during the day. This evening, snow showers break out. Later tonight, they become more widespread, but mostly rain showers near and south of the Mass Pike. There would be nothing more than a coating to an inch across northern Massachusetts northward later tonight into early tomorrow morning. Then on Tuesday, the snow becomes more widespread. It's somewhat heavier, 1 to 3 inches can't be ruled out. We're going to have to watch that closely for the potential for anything more than that, but we'll keep you posted. Wednesday is a good travel day. No problems till the evening when a few flurries or snow squall goes through, and then that frigid air takes over on Thursday, and it's going to be really cold on Friday too, but at least a recovery to the upper 20s. So temperatures on Thursday and Friday as much as 25 degrees below the average. That's it for now. Have a nice holiday week.